Hello, I'm Damon Bailey from IELTS Whiz. This video is an introduction to reading, where we will look at the test format and also the types of questions you may get during the IELTS reading test.
Firstly, we're going to look at the test format. The reading test is 1 hour in length, and there's no extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. So you need to do this as you work your way through the test. There are 3 reading passages for the academic reading test and 3 sections in the general training reading test. Each section could have 1 or 2 texts. There are 40 questions to answer, and you write your answers on the answer sheet. You write in pencil, and spelling is important. Let's look at the differences between the academic and general training reading tests. In the academic reading test, the passages tend to be fairly long, from approximately 700 to 1,000 words each, and they are often quite technical and scientific. Frequently, the articles are taken from magazines and journals. In the general training reading test, the sections get progressively harder. The first section is about everyday life and could be about a school or course. The second section focuses on work and training, and the last section is normally longer and more difficult, and the topic is of general interest. So how is the reading test marked? You get 1 point for every question that you answer correctly. The test is not negatively marked, so you should aim to never leave an empty space. You might as well take a guess as you might get it right. The table below shows the approximate band scores based on the score out of 40. For the IELTS General Training Reading Test, which contains 40 questions, the approximate band scores can be calculated using this table. If you get 40 correct, it's band score 9, 39 correct, it's 8.5, 37 or 38 correct, and that's band 8, and that continues to go further on down the band scale. For the IELTS Academic Reading Test, which also contains 40 questions, but is more difficult, the approximate band scores can be calculated using this table. If you get 39 or 40 correct, it's band score 9, 37 or 38 correct, it's 8.5, 35 or 36 correct, it's band 8, and again it continues to go further down the band scale. So how can you improve your reading score? The best way to improve your score in reading is to improve your range of vocabulary. Students who have a higher range of vocabulary will perform better because they will be able to identify synonyms and paraphrasing in the passages, as this information will be expressed differently from in the question. The way to improve your range of vocabulary is to read more academic passages. I would recommend you look at The Economist, The New Statesman, Time magazine, The Guardian, National Geographic magazine, and other quality newspapers, magazines, and websites. Each time you read an article, try and choose 10 words you do not know and write them down in a vocabulary notebook with their definition. Be comfortable with the different types of questions and utilize the skills and techniques you've learned for each one. You also need to use skimming and scanning, as you do not have time to read the whole passage. The main types of IELTS reading questions that you could get are matching headings to paragraphs, true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given, finding information in paragraphs, summary completion, sentence completion, multiple choice, flowchart diagram completion, short answer questions, and matching names to statements. You will have access to a wide variety of different reading lessons and practice tests when you purchase the IELTS Whiz Band Score Booster online course.